Hello everybody, and welcome to another Ravnica Allegiance Draft here on MTG Arena. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. And before I begin, I do want to remind you that if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to get updates whenever I post new content. Also, be sure to check out my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas, to catch all of the action live, and leave a comment if you have any questions at any point. But without further ado, let's dive into the draft. We are going to be using the 5-pick method. I have been abandoning it slightly in recent days, and I just want to get back to it because I do believe that it is the best way to draft guilds sets. And so I will go over the method briefly, and then you'll see how it plays out. Essentially, the 5-pick method is just taking the most objectively powerful card for the first 5 picks of the draft, regardless of color, and then that way it really helps you stay open and not get pegged into a guild too soon. So you really want to find the open guild in these sets, because if you do, you will be rewarded with late cards that are strong in those guilds. And the best way to do that, I have found, is the 5-pick method. It's really easy to follow. You just have to use your basic card evaluation, and essentially one other element is that you ignore gold, like as normally a gold card would be worth a little bit less, but in the 5-pick method, because there's only 5 color combinations instead of the traditional 10, you just take the objectively best card. Our best card in this pack is Zagana Utopian Speaker. This card is unbelievable. Sometimes you'll get to draw a card when it enters, but basically this card is great because it becomes an 8/8 trampler and makes all of your other big guys trampling as well, and then sometimes it's just a straight up 2-for-1 when you draw a card. Other cards that are good in this pack are Grasping Thrall and then Final Payment, though Final Payment is way behind Grasping Thrall, and Grasping Thrall is way behind Zagana. So starting things off on a strong note with this Zagana. Next up, wow, this is an interesting pick as well. In more traditional drafting situations, I will say, the temptation to take Sorrowform Hybrid is incredibly high, because not only does it work really well with Zagana, but it's the same colors, so you're like, well, why wouldn't you just take the Sorrowform Hybrid then? But the thing is in a guilds set, a set that has guilds, the benefit of being in the open guild is so much higher than the benefit that you get from taking a second pick Sorrowform Hybrid that synergizes with your Zagana, that I'm actually going to probably take this Ministrant of Obligations here, because Ministrant of Obligation is very, very strong. I've had very good experiences with this card. It is really hard to deal with, and it just gives you so much value, and also Orzhov is a really powerful guild. So I'm really just leaning towards taking the Ministrant of Obligations and seeing what ends up opening up, rather than just taking a Sorrowform Hybrid and kind of forcing Simic, because then it gets harder and harder to abandon Simic after this point. If I take Sorrowform Hybrid and the next pick has a weaker green card and a very strong Orzhov card, it gets harder and harder to abandon the Simic cards that I've taken, and it's much more powerful to find if Orzhov is open. Pick 2, I have no idea what's open, because the rare could have been anything. The rare could have been any color. So I'm just going to take this Ministrant of Obligations. Skewer the Critics is also quite strong, but I'm just going to take Ministrant, and then after that I would take the Sorrowform, and then Skewer, and then Final Payment, I think. I actually haven't gotten to play with Spire Mangler yet, but I think you mostly use this as kind of a removal spell. You kind of just ambush something for 3 damage. I'm taking the Ministrant of Obligation, folks. Okie doke. Now, looking at this pack, I think Dovin's Acuity is a contender for best card in this pack for sure. Ooh, what's that? Oh, nice. The box. Cool. It's definitely a contender for best card in this pack, and it is the same color as the Ministrant. High Alert is a card that I have played before, but it's not a card that I prioritize super highly. It's generally just okay in any deck you put it in. You don't usually want to like build a deck around it. Combine Guildmage is a pretty like fine 2-drop. The thing is it's not as powerful as Guildmages of yore have been, so people sometimes underrate it, I think, but it is still a 2-drop that has decent upside, so it is still a fine card. That being said, it's I think it's worse than Dovin's Acuity. And then there's a Senate Griffin, which is not a high priority, and then there's a Guild Gate and stuff. So here the pick for me is between Dovin's Acuity and Combine Guildmage. I think Dovin's Acuity is better. So following the 5-pick method, we're just going to take that. Okie doke. So not getting any strong, like, there's not any unbelievable cards in this pack. Still, Syndicate Messenger is my front runner. I do like this card a little bit more than Senate Griffin, though Senate Griffin is still good, and it's a little bit more flexible. So potentially Senate Griffin goes up a little bit at this point in the draft, because if I do segue back into a Simic deck, I can still play the Senate Griffin, and it is comparable to the Syndicate Messenger, though I do generally prefer Syndicate Messenger, I will say. I'm just gonna check my audio is still on. Okay, perfect. I didn't unplug myself by accident like I did earlier. So other than that, cards in this pack that are okay. Dead Rebels is definitely a good card, but it's not insane, and you only really want like 1 or 2 copies maybe, so you don't need to really prioritize it that much. You also kind of want to make sure you're a heavy creature deck before you take it. Footlight Fiend is fine in Rakdos, but I don't really play it all that often. A Cavalcade of Calamity is unplayable. Smeltwort Ignis is like okay, but not insane. Just 2/1s are just don't line up well against all the Afterlife people like creatures. So here it's between Syndicate Messenger and Senate Griffin for me, and because they're kind of close in power level, I think Syndicate Messenger is better, but I'm gonna step slightly away from the 5-pick method and just take the Senate Griffin here because they are pretty close in my estimation, and this does leave me slightly more flexible. Okie doke. So pick 5 here. This is one of those picks of truth, as it were. And Gyre Engineer really comes to mind as a card that is really strong. It works well with Zagana. It works just really well in the Simic archetype and is really strong. Other good cards. I mean, I think Twilight Panther is a card that's moved up more for me than a lot of other cards in the set. I used to think this card was really bad, but now I'm like, I kind of like it. It's like I'm on the Twilight Panther hype train. Just Death Touch is just so good against Gruul that it just really makes your matchup improve drastically. And also, little did you know that a pet that can hunt both flesh and spirit is precious in a place where smiling assassins keep company with ghostly shadows. Geez, that's a lot of flavor text for such a small card. But we're going to be just taking the Gyre Engineer. And now we're 5 picks in. We can start to evaluate where we are in this draft. I'm glad we took the Senate Griffin for that flexibility. We have a couple of like cards that could go into a Dovin's Acuity deck. We have Administrative Obligation, and then we have a couple of Simic cards. So you may be saying, if you just taken Simic all the way, you could have gone Zagana into Sorrowform Hybrid, into Combine Guildmage, into Senate Griffin, into Gyre Engineer, and just had a busted Simic deck. But the thing is my Simic deck, if I end up in Simic here, is going to be pretty busted either way. I'm not even necessarily committed to Simic yet. But if in certain cases, if I go Zagana into Sorrowform Hybrid and then green's just not open, then I end up in a much better spot after this method. So here the pick is between Slimebind and Grasping Thrill. It's not too late to completely abandon every other card that I have and just take the Grasping Thrill and go with and move and Minister and go into Orzhov. Slimebind is like a fine card, but nothing insane, and there are a lot of black cards in this pack. So I think I am going to take the gamble, even though Slimebind is a fine card. There's just upside that you get from taking cards like Grasping Thrill in that spot that you just don't get from taking other cards. And we'll take another Grasping Thrill. There's not anything we're really taking it over. All the other cards in this pack are pretty weak. Rebel Slinger is like the best alternative, but it's still pretty bad. And yeah, late Sorrowform Hybrid. We're probably just going to shift back into the Simic deck. It's weird. The Sorrowform Hybrids come around really late on MTG Arena, which is pretty much is a real problem for people that are trying to practice on MTG Arena. But if you just only draft on MTG Arena, then your decks just end up really good when you have Sorrowform Hybrid decks, I guess. Yeah, we're definitely just going to take the Sorrowform Hybrid, and at this point, we're probably just... Oh my god, why is Grasping Thrill wheeling? Grasping Thrill is probably not a signal on MTG Arena. I'm starting to realize it's probably like a Sorrowform Hybrid situation where you just get Grasping Thrills way later than you should for no reason. So here, I think at this point in the draft, we have 3 cards that could go into Orzhov. We are probably not playing a Dovin's Acuity deck. This is why you prefer MTGO. You know, MTGO people do silly things as well. It's just kind of... It only really becomes a problem if you draft it like a ton of times because you don't really notice the patterns the first couple times. This is an interesting draft. I think I just want to move into Simic, but at this, I mean, I'm not really over the moon to take a Sylvan Brush Strider, so I'm just going to keep taking Grasping Thrills. And Sorrowform Hybrid Wield. Yeah, this is like great for me. I'll take the Sorrowform Hybrid. You never get punished for passing Sorrowform Hybrid. Pretty good. Not really a fan of Growth Spiral. Growth Spiral is one of those cards that people like love to play. They're like, oh, it draws a card, but it doesn't really do that much. It kind of just spins your wheels, and you don't really want to be playing cards like that in Limited. It just kind of does nothing. Here we're just going to take either Noxious Grudion or Clear the Mind as a sideboard card. I think we are going to end up in Simic here, but so let's just yeah, let's just take the I don't really need Clear the Mind though, because we're not really playing a Dovin's Acuity Simic deck. Let's just take Noxious Grudion. And now Dead Rebels. So we're in kind of an interesting spot. Now we'll take the Locket. Gift of Strength, because I think we are more likely to be green, and we just want to make sure we get playables. Okay, so let's evaluate where we are after the first pack. So Grasping Thrill is probably not a signal. And we could... I mean, the Dead Rebels is, like, fine. There's an Orzhov Locket. I think we could just potentially be more likely to be Orzhov. This is, like, a really weird deck. This is, like, really tricky to evaluate where we're supposed to be here. We could just be Orzhov or Simic, and those cards have nothing in common at all. So it's really interesting. Revival's like not a very good rare. Returning creatures that are small is like okay, but like it's not like a game-winning effect. And then Code of Constraint is probably the best card in this pack, I think. So we're just gonna take that and try to just stay in Simic. I think we're more likely to be Simic, so we're gonna hedge towards Simic cards. But if we do open like a busted Orzhov rare, we could take that. Now we're probably just going to take the Adaptive Biomancy. It's a nice card. And there's also a Grotesque Demise. Oh, man. Do I hedge back towards... We have 4, 5. This can also be played in Orzhov, so 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 Orzhov cards in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Black. We have so many more Orzhov cards. Senate Griffin is like kind of doing double duty here, which I kind of like. Yeah, keep in mind that 2 of our Simic cards are Sorrow from Hybrids, which doesn't mean anything. We're just going to take Grotesque Demise and start playing Orzhov, I guess. Oh, man, this is so hard. Pull. Dovins is good in Esper. I agree, Evict City. That is another consideration. Yeah, we're going to take the Demise. Also, welcome, Overseer Dodo. I don't think I've seen you before. We could take a Sky Tether here, because we are just going to probably be winning with Grasping Throws a lot of the time and, like, tokens, so like not a huge deal to give them a ground guy. It's just probably the best card in this pack, so take the Sky Tether. We have found our lane. We're taking the Blade Juggler over the Grasping Thrill because Grasping Thrill is going to wheel. We all know it's going to wheel. It's going to be hilarious when it does. But yeah, we're in Orzhov here. Get that Orzhov Enforcer going. Definitely just better than Summary Judgment, just straight up. Just a very good card. There's also an Aeromonculus, but we've identified the lane. Yeah, late Grotesque Demise. You can take Orzhov Locket or Blade Brand. We'll just see. Let's get rid of all of our Simic cards. We could technically play that still, so we'll keep that in for now. I have found the secret tech. It's to realize that Sorrowful Hybrid is not actually a signal. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, we have a lot of playables, actually. We could just cut our blue stuff, because I don't think we want to be playing those at this point. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I want to make sure my audio wasn't unplugged again. So we aren't currently playing blue. So we're choosing between Gate and Blade Brand. I just wanted to make sure I have enough playables, because I don't really have a ton of playables right now. I sometimes play one Viscopa Vampire, but I'll probably get one later. The Gate is generally pretty good. I like playing like one Blade Brand in the main sometimes, but I can get a Blade Brand later. We'll just take the Gate. Gates are really good. And now a Final Payment. I really do like Final Payment, especially if I end up playing Dophin's Acuity. I wouldn't mind a Twilight Panther, though. And we'll take this for the sideboard, because this is a best-of-3 format here. We'll get that Clear the Mind action rolling, in case we end up in that deck. Debtor's Transport, not the greatest, but you can sometimes play it, I think. Now it's a choice between a second Orzhov Locket, which I'm probably not playing, or a Scrabbling Clause for sideboard tech against Gate Colossus. And like sometimes other Graveyard Shenanigan decks. It's not very likely that I'll use it, but the odds of me playing a second Locket are pretty low too, so we'll just take it in case, because we're more likely to see the other Locket as well. And none of these matter. Hey, we got a second Locket anyway. Hype. Okay, so pack 3, we've identified our lane. We are in Orzhov, and we got a Minister of Obligation here. Pretty happy to see that. Just a good card. The Grasping Thrill didn't wheel for 13th pick Grasping Thrill. I'm so ashamed and shocked. I'm kidding. But we're just going to take the Minister of Obligation here. Just a very good card. Okay. So, this pick is actually close. How many instants do we have? We have 1 final payment, 2 grotesque demise, that's 3. So 3 instants. So it's not really great for Dovin's Acuity. But we could just take the Azorius Guildgate here and then splash the Dovin's Acuity stuff if we get a couple more gates. The other option is take a Drill Bit for the sideboard, which we probably don't need to do. Or take a Viscopa Vampire or a Carrion Imp. Carrion Imp is a card that I'm a little bit higher on than most people, but still probably not like super great. I think we'll take the Guildgate and potentially splash. It is a sad pick too, I agree. Okay, so at this point we're just probably going to take the Forbidding Spirit as a 3-mana 3/3. We could take a Spire Mangler. It works decently well with our 2 Ministrants and our Orzhov Enforcer and our... Yeah, we have a lot of flyers. We're going to take the Spire Mangler. I think it's going to get enough value. It'll help our Afterlife tokens trade for stuff, and flyers are good. They also work well together. Now, Syndicate Messenger or Clear the Stage. Do we have any big guys? Not really. We don't want to play 2 Orzhov Lockets. Probably not going to play that gate. That was more of a hedge pick. Let's just take the Syndicate Messenger. Clear the Stage is pretty bad. Ah! Why are all the good cards in this pack? 4th Grasping Throw definitely has diminishing returns. 2nd Final Payment does as well, but when you have 2 Minister of Obligation, you generally have a bunch of tokens running around. We probably don't need just a big flyer that just has big creature flying for the sake of that. So I'm not really looking to take the Sphinx at the Guild Pact. It's also pretty much not hexproof at all, because a lot of the good removal is just multicolored, like Final Payment and Mortify and Law Mage's Binding and stuff like that. Just Savage Smash just kills it anyway. So not really a huge fan of the Sphinx. Grasping Thrill number 4 is probably just a bit too many. You don't really need 4 Grasping Thrills. You just don't have that much room for 5 drops. So we're just going to take the Final Payment. And now, okay, how many 2-drops do we have? We have 1 2-drop. I'm not a fan of Concordia Pegasus in general, but when you only have 1 2-drop and you're on pick 6 in pack 2, you just have to take the 2 drops. And now we get another gate. We're not going to take the Chillbringer. That's just not going to happen this draft. Hey, we got another Grasping Thrill. What do you know? That's great. We're just taking that. Just way better than Light of the Last Breath and Undercity Scavenger. Okay, so we'll take the Dead Rebels here. That's the only good card in the pack. And now we'll take Viscopa Vampire so that we have access to 1, because in certain matchups, having the life gain is really nice. And I think it's better than having the Drill Bit. Both cards we were considering over the gate came back. But yeah, we also just want to make sure we get enough main deck cards, and that's a pretty good one. We don't need a 3rd Dead Rebels, but maybe we'll side it in. We're more likely to side that in than Deadly Scavenger, Undercity Scavenger. Bankruption Blood. Probably not happening. We'll just take it Exposed to Daylight. Take this guy. Hey, that could be a good sideboard card. Probably not going to main deck it because it really doesn't do what we need in the main deck, but as a sideboard card, heck yes. Because it's good against Rakdos and stuff. How many creatures do we have? Let's see. We have 16 creatures, but we're going to cut this Debtor's Transport. Because Debtor's Transport is bad. Watchful Giant is just much better than Debtor's Transport, I must say. We have 15 creatures, so probably enough to justify the 2 Dead Rebels. We could just play 1 Dead Rebels and then play the Footlight Fiend. That's what I'm thinking about right now. Yeah, I think we'll play the Footlight Fiend over the 2nd Dead Rebels. It's tricky. Maybe we just want to play the Footlight Fiend. What do we have here? Pretty decent mana. I think Watchful Giant's fine as a way to stabilize the ground while I win in the air. I think I want Footlight Fiend. It's just another cheap play. Cutting it for... we don't really need the Orzhov Locket, I don't think. 2 mana 2/2 creatures is a big oof. I don't have any 2 mana 2/2s. So I think I'm going to start with this configuration and then very aggressively side out Viscopa Vampire for Dead Rebels number 2. Oh, I already have Dead Rebels number 2. 2 2-mana creatures is kind of a big oof, but not the hugest because I do have a couple final payments and decent amount of removal. That's why, and I have 4 of these to gain me back life. And in slower matchups, yeah, I realized that a little bit late, Overseer Dodo. Yeah, I agree. It is a bit of an oof. But it's not like I was passing Imperious Oligarchs or anything. I didn't really see any of the 2-drops. They just weren't in the draft. And considering that I almost played Simic, I think I ended up in a pretty good spot. I could decide in the Azorius Guildgate and the Dovin's Acuity for slower matchups. Because I don't really have enough instance for that, but it's cute regardless. I don't think we need the Orzhov Locket. I think I'd rather have Dead Rebels. Actually, I'll play the Orzhov Locket. I have a bunch of 5-drops, so yeah. This is going to be the build, I think. I'm just going to double check the 16 non-creature 7, the mana requirements. That's what I was looking for. I have 15 black, so I want 1 more black land. Perfect. Okie doke. Well, this is going to be the deck. I hope you found the draft helpful. It was definitely a tricky draft, but I think I navigated it fairly well, and I didn't get locked into Simic when I feel like almost everyone else would have probably. So I think my deck ended up pretty solid, and I hope you will stay with me for the matches. Oh, I forgot. Before the matches, if you want to go into the comment section and guess what record I'm going to have with the deck, keeping in mind that this is traditional best of 3, so there's a potential 5 matches. So I'm going to, just put your guesses in the comment section down below, and then you can check back later. It's just kind of a fun thing to do. So yeah, I'll see you in the matches. Hello, and welcome to round 1, also known as the Round of Mulligan. And we'll keep this hand. It's not the greatest, but we'll keep a Grasping Thrill. Maybe we shouldn't have kept the Grasping Thrill because we already have one, but Grasping Thrill works nicely in multiples and the higher end of average. Yeah, I mean, we don't have any rares, really, so kind of hard to be too far above average with no rares, but I'm kind of glad I kept the Grasping Thrill at this point. Oh, man, Viscopa Vampire, trading off with Viscopa Vampire. Of course, my opponent has rares, because why wouldn't he? We're going to get our Viscopa Vampire out there first, and then kill the Hero of Precinct 1 so that he doesn't gain too much life. Hopefully he doesn't make another token this turn. Okay, that worked out decently. Let's just... How much do we care about the 1/1s this makes? Probably not that much. We probably care more about this thing. You could just get the locket down. Let's just pass turn, see if he does anything. We're planning on killing the Senate Courier. So he could technically have Quench now. But if he was going to play another creature, we would rather have killed that one, so. So he's still missing land drops, which is great for us. Because now our flyers can take over. Oh, yes. Watchful Gigante. Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting. He decided not to scry a land to the top. Oh my gosh, you greedy! Oh my gosh, my opponent is so greedy. I'm so disappointed in the fact that he drew a land off of that. That was so bad. Actually, it's not that bad. It's actually probably a good play. It just feels bad that he got paid off in a major way. Oh, man. Oh, man. Dang it. I'm so sad. Please say he didn't hit another land. Aw, well, that's unfortunate. We're just going to keep the pressure up, though. Just keep chugging along. Hero of Precinct 1 plus Dovin's Acuity is like a pretty nice combo, but he's never getting through on the ground anyway. This game's going to be all about flyers. Oh my gosh, he's going to mill me out. Is that how this is going to be? Maybe he just needed 2-drops too. No. Ah, there's the agony. Oh, the pain. He's getting so much value. He's drawn 2 cards. No, he's drawn 3 cards for 9 mana. And made 3 tokens. We're just going to crack this now. Because we wanted to draw the gate potentially. No attacks. We just want to draw our Dead Rebels to get back 2 Grasping Throws. Oh man, he's milling us. Yes, thank you, opponent. We did not want to draw that land. Wow, opponent's really doing it. They're living their dream over there. We're going to have to kill that. Things are looking grim, though. I don't think we can win this game, realistically speaking. I mean, we've already gone through 3 of our Grasping Thrills, and those are kind of our major win con. To be fair, though, my opponent's going to probably deck himself before we will. I mean, he probably has win conditions. Oh, it keeps track of how many times you've cast it? That's actually awesome. Oh, we're screwed. Oh, we are so screwed. Oh, no. He has Clear the Mind. You never know. Maybe they have poor... I mean... We'll pay 5 life. This 1/1 can trade with one of his 1/1s, which is valuable. Oh no, we're gonna get decked. Oh no. Oh dear. He doesn't have Clear the Mind, he just has a little bit of mill. Hey, Senate Griffin, my hero. Bottoming that. If I top it, it's just going to get milled away. And the 2 damage could potentially be relevant. You never know. Haha. A little bit less haha, but what I really need... Oh no, the combo! Thank goodness he milled that. Okay. What I'm looking for is Dead Rebels right here. Nice. So we're getting milled for 3 turns. We're on a 5-turn clock, and he's on a 4-turn clock. Nice. Okay. No! No! Oh, no, that's so bad. He has double Dovin security? Oh, he has 7 tokens. That's what it is. What the heck? His deck is just odd. I'm so sad. I don't know what's going on. He doesn't even have like a good high alert deck. Keep in mind, he has no cards left, so he's literally just all in on milling me. So I'm on like a 3-turn clock. No! Okay, I lose. We won't give you the satisfaction, opponent. Okay. Okay. I know what's going on now. We've all seen this. We've all seen this. Let's go. Exposed to Daylight. Dead Rebels. Debtor's Transport. Those are the cards that come to mind. Don't really need the Orzhov Locket because he's a slow deck. We don't need Footlight Fiend. Guess the flyer is useful there. Don't need Rudion. Don't need Viscopa. Watchful Giant was kind of useful. And what's our final cut? We have 14 creatures only. Let's just cut a Dead Rebels. Because if I draw 2 in my opening hand before he starts milling me, it's going to be brutal. Man, Quasar 57 is breaking the format. High Alert and Dovin's Acuity combining to form a symmetrical whole. Okay, we want to play first here, I think, so we can maybe put some pressure on him. We'll keep this hand. We got a lot of flyers, so that's good. Because I think that's our key to success. Let's just get the Orzhov Enforcer. It's harder to block, even though this thing like doesn't have Death Touch. I mean, this thing has flying, but like if he plays like his own Concordia Pegasus, oh, okay, this is gonna be a good game. Like if he has Summary Judgment, this is better too. We're just curving out our flyers. Boom, boom, boom. He's not ready for this 1-2 punch. The savagery. I think we do want that. Even though it's not a land, I think we still want it. Wow. Bold choice, opponent. Very bold. Okay, now I regret it because I kind of wish we could have just played our Grasping Thrill, but we weren't guaranteed to draw land either way. Okay, now we can use our Dead Rebels to good effect. Okay. Hopefully we can win this game. It's not looking good anymore. Oh no. We just used a Dead Rebels and now we get milled. Watch him mill 4 lands. Oh, that was actually okay. That was only 1 land. Haha. We'll kill that thing so we can not gain life. Our mana is really not cooperating this game. Kind of annoying. TBQH. Sure. Could you just have fed me a land there? That would have been awesome. You know, deck? Just like hit me up with that land, you know? Let's scry a land to the top. Oh, thank God we played that. Oh my gosh, drawing Debtor's Transport would have been embarrassing. Okay. So next turn we'll play the Orzhov Enforcer. Maybe a Sky Tether. Wow, look at Auto Tapper screwing the opponent. That is what I like to see, Auto Tapper. Tap him out of white mana. Why not? Ha! No! Shoot. But still, that was hilarious. That was like the awesomest Auto Tapper of all time. Okay, and now we hit a land, so we can go this plus this. Thank you, Auto Tapper, for being my hero. Not the hero that I deserve, but the hero that I need. Okay, we'll just kill his flyers. Oh, thank God. Attack me. Do it, opponent. You know you want to. Let's Sky Tether this. Play a flyer. We don't need land. And get in. Enter the red zone. Well, that's unfortunate. Good thing we have that final payment lined up and ready to go. Not cool, Brohim, I must say. Well, we've got a bit of a surprise for the opponent. We'll attack with these three. Okay. It did not work the way we wanted to, but we will target this thing and sacrifice this one. And now we will just use this for mana efficiency reasons. And also getting Grasping Throw is probably like one of our best things, and then end the turn. I can see us winning this game. Yep, we'll take 4. Oh, yeah, that's going to have to die. Because it's a 6/6 that got Vigilance, essentially. So we'll play Grasping Throw. And then we will attack with 1, 2, 3, because this is just mathematically the best, I think, because now we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So even if one of these dies, we have lethal. Oh, shoot, I forgot this can attack. Oh, that's bad. That was dumb. So we have exactly lethal now. Please don't have Summary Judgment. Yes! Whoo, we got there. Yes! Whoo! Game 2 is ours! Okay, this card is garbage. We are taking out that Sky Tether. Holy smokes, it doesn't even do anything. Jesus. What do we add even? Let's just add a Orzhov Locket. We do have a lot of expensive stuff now. Moment of truth, folks. Can we win this game 3? This is actually an insane match. His deck seems way better than mine. Like, it doesn't even seem particularly close. Like, it just seems like his deck is better. Okay, we're going to keep this. We're on the draw. We've got a locket to help us find extra stuff. Oh, he's on the mold of 5. Justice! Actually, not justice at all, but I'll take it. Please give me land. I need a land. I need a land. A land would be nice. Whew. Dang it. I need land. He milled 3 non-lands, so my odds are getting better. Okay. Kill this. Yes. Play the locket, just so we have our mana. If he does play High Alert, we take some hits, but okay, we're definitely killing that with Exposed to Daylight. No questions asked. We should have done it on upkeep so we could scry. That was bad. We're just going to keep killing his relevant creatures. Maybe I was supposed to save this for a Azorius Night Arbiter, but he can't even cast that. Oh, thank God it's not Azorius Night Arbiter. I would have been punished so hard if that was. No. Dang. Not what I like to see. Okay, a couple lands going is okay. We're going to be most mana efficient we can. Come on, you've got to be kidding. So he can hit us for 3. And we'll be hitting him for 3. Yeah. We don't really have a ton of gas, but we're going to be drawing 2 more cards. Rats. Air Force. Attack! The Aerial Force attack and the Aerial Force protect. And now he draws High Alert, I lose. But you can't always beat the top deck High Alert. Oh, he's doing the math. Oh, and he concedes because he's dead on board. Boom! We got the W. All it took was a mold of 5 and some incredible luck, also known as incredible skill. But yes! Oh, that was insane. Who thought we were going to win that match? No one thought we were going to win that match. Oh, that's hype. That is so hype. What a win. I'm very proud of us, and yeah, hope you enjoyed that very close match, and I'll stay with me for the next one. Hello, and welcome to round 2. We're definitely keeping this hand. It is a bit sketchy, but we've got a removal spell and our best 3 5-drops. Our only 5-drops, actually, but we have... Going Grasping Throw into Grasping Throw into Grasping Throw is pretty good. And that's exactly what we're going to do this game. We're going to Grotesque Demise whatever we can, and then just boom, boom, boom. Thank goodness. Hopefully, we'll just wait till his turn so he can potentially waste mana on it. Dang it. Played into Quench. Maybe I should have just killed it on my turn, because it is a huge problem. It's so good against my Grasping Thrills. Jaya and Jania. Oh, that's not good. That's no bueno. No bueno. But, I mean, what can he possibly have? Like, Scuttlegator. I mean, playing it on turn 4 is nowhere near as good as playing it on turn 3. Thrill Tribunal. Oh, because there's 3 of them. Nice. Oh my god. Holy Jesus. I mean, there's literally nothing we can do about that, but that's still brutal. Ouch. All I can say. No Sorrow Form. Ah, he's got the Sorrow Form. Just kick me while I'm down, opponent. Just destroy me with your OP rare. Let's see if he adapts the Sorrow Form. If he adapts the Sorrow Form, I'm in great shape. Oh, please adapt. Oh, please adapt your Sorrow Form. Hybrid, if you can. Don't play a 5/5 flyer. Axebane Beast, the human pinecone. I mean, the beast pinecone. But same difference. Okie doke. Let's just get there. Get it done before my opponent can beat me with all of his extra cards. Oh my gosh, he's playing Growth Spiral. What a pleb. Oh my gosh, he's got the Growth Spiral Axebane Beast deck. No wonder I couldn't get any of those late. Oh wait, I could. Yup. So he's attacking with all his guys. Makes sense. We'll hold back Concordia Pegasus to block. Because any one of my Grasping Thrills is going to be lethal now. So we can jump block this thing, take 7. Yes. Oh, we might get this W despite him resolving Precognitive Perception and having this in play while he does that. Oh no. No! Not like this! No! What? He had 2 of them? Oh, that's dumb. That's stupid, opponent. Your deck is garbage. That's not actually true. His deck has some good cards in it. But he's got that like one card that's just better than my entire deck combined, so. Oh my gosh. What am I supposed to do against this guy? This guy, you know. Don't really want Watchful Giant. It's just really bad. It doesn't even stabilize the ground against him. Let's just bring in another Dead Rebels. Brutal. I mean, he could have just had, like, any 2 spells, or... I don't know. That was just sad. Ugh. I mean, there's no way we're supposed to leave back an extra guy, because the extra guy is just chumping. So we just have to hope that our Grasping Throll squad can get the job done. And a lot of the time it will. Can you imagine if he drew Arrester's Admonition off of the first Arrester's Admonition? We don't have a Blade Brand. I'm like 99% sure we don't have a Blade Brand. Hey, this is a good hand. Whiff, I beg of you. Oh, okay. He hit a 2-drop. No big deal. He probably didn't have a 2-drop before that. It's not like he's now curving out perfectly and crushing me. Yup. No, not unexpected. Now we'll know to save our Grotesque Demise. I mean, honestly, we had to kill the Aeromunculus with Grotesque Demise because it's just so good against our 3/3s. Let's go. Ministrant of Obligation. You should trade. Trading is good. You know, it simplifies the math, and overall, I recommend a trade. Okay, let's... My hand curve didn't start on 5. My hand's curve started on 3. I had a Grotesque Demise. Let's just play the Ministrant. And because now if I draw a land, I can go lock it into Grotesque Demising this. And you can't always just pick and choose your hand. Like, that would be unfair. Yes. Oh, and we hit the land. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. Please work. Rats. He quenched me. We got quenched. We could have played around Quench, but we didn't see Quench game 1, so no real reason to expect it there. Axebane Beast. Yep. Yes. We have the Spiremanker to kill the Aeromunculus, though, so that's good. Playing around Quench this time, buddy old pal. Let's see if this works. It would be really nice if he just doesn't have anything here. You know what would be really bad is if he has Adaptive Biomancy. Like +1/+1. No, that doesn't really do anything. +1/+1, bounce this. Oh, yes, he does have it. Of course. Why would he not have it? He's a Simic player that has never whiffed in his entire existence. But we have Dead Rebels to get back our 2 Ministrants, so that was actually okay for us. Oh my gosh, my opponent is such a lucky player. Feels bad, man. Ugh. Now he knows to adapt this, but I can just draw a removal spell. I have a lot of removal spells. I mean, it was pretty clear he had something. I'm not saying it was like... I'm just saying that's kind of just a forced play from me, and the fact that it was specifically Adaptive Biomancy was kind of bad. No blocks. Kind of has to hold up Adapt here. That's good for me. Charge! Wow. I really hope this works. I don't think it will, but he probably has a Gift of Strength or a Stony Strength or something. Rats. I mean, we kind of got some value there. I'm not one to toot my own horn, but value is value, no matter how small. And I like value as much as the next guy. Yeah, my opponent's just playing his cards pretty standard, but it would be nice if he didn't have it one time and just made a bad play for no reason. Unforced bad play. Oh, man. Okay. What now? So he'll adapt this. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll just play our 2 cards. And we can get rid of the Orzo Black Nectarine. We should have played Syndicate Messenger first. Now we can get quenched. As soon as we kill this Aeromunculus, though, we just win, so that's good. We have 2 final payments and another Grotesque Demise. You can just start moving the counters. Oh, there we go. Let's go for it. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, yeah. We don't really win the late game here. So we do want to kind of act. No! It's so brutal. How does this guy always have the exact card every time? It's so sad. Ah! I hate my opponent so much right now. There's just a visceral hatred. Not really. Ugh, man. Can't really hate him. He's just playing his cards, living his life. Always on that Adaptive Biomancy dream. I could have tried to kill this thing, but then I can't really... I mean, that's not really going for the win. No blocks. What do you want to bet he has Stony Strength in his hand? Oh, he has another Aeromunculus. That makes sense, too. Rats. Let's look for gas here. Pretty much par for the course there. I mean, Axebane Beast is more playable than you'd think it is. It's just like it blocks stuff. Like it blocks my Viscopa Vampire. It's just a creature. Like if it had one more power, it'd be a good card. It's not like unplayable garbage. And then Growth Spiral is probably just people don't understand the way it works. Oh my gosh. And now we're getting completely outvalued because this guy is too good for me. Ugh. He has 2 Go Aeromunculus now. Now I can't win. How am I supposed to beat double Aeromunculus? And now Combine Guildmage is just... Oh, man. Too good. Whew. This is a catastrophe, folks. If I had drawn Final Payment instead of Grotesque Demise, then we'd be talking. But he would have just bounced his own guy. You can put 2 counters on this. Because he can adapt and then move the counter from there to there. So he can have 5 toughness. So this is a pretty standard block. I mean, I can't beat an Adaptive Biomancy on it, but... I'm beginning to realize that Adaptive Biomancy is just hardcore destroying me at every turn. Like, what the heck? What is a guy to do against the Adaptive Biomancy genius of my opponent? Literal nothing. Wow. He has 3 Adaptive Biomancies in his deck. I'm so confused. But it's destroying me, so I cannot really talk. Let's just get some flyers. We're not winning this race or anything, so... We'll just trade these guys in for 2 flyers, I guess. Because then we can maybe overwhelm him. I think we're going to get Dead Revels back the Spire Mangler after he's attacked with the Aeromunculuses. Because then we could maybe get him. 6, 9. So yeah, that's 11. And he might think he's safe. I mean, it would be a bad play by him if he attacked with both, I think, but no blocks. But we can definitely overwhelm him here. Oh my gosh, why? What mad god decided to give this man 4 Aeromuncul, like 3? Oh my gosh. This is madness, I say. This is our only road to victory, though. So we will get back this. Let's view battlefield. We have 10, so we have 8 mana left. I think we want to get back Spire Mangler. We can block all of his ground guys pretty much. Yeah, we want to get back Grasping Thrall and Spire Mangler. Can we win against all odds and defeat this foe? So he has 3, 6, 10. I think it's better to keep this guy for someone that goes unblocked, maybe? No. So we block the biggest guy, you block the second biggest guy. Yeah, I think that's my best odds to victory. Ooh, that was a huge draw. Sky tether it up. Stay on the ground, mate. Because now we don't have to take the first action. We'll play this here. Does he really have the second one? Oh my god, he has the second one! How is this even possible? This is unreal. This mad devil has drawn 2 Arrester's Admonitions to stop me from winning twice in a row. Yo no comprende. And he hits the Chillbringer? Oh my god. I cannot believe that he had double Arrester's Admonition to win both games. You know the only pure justice is if I draw Grasping Throw to win? I have 3 left in my deck. And another Dead Rebels. Oh my god. I cannot... Oh, I've actually already used both Dead Rebels. So I have 3 outs here. I am having a hard time comprehending how he's had literally the perfect card every time this entire game. M4CC4 is clearly a code to just win the game. I'm not actually mad about drawing Swamp. All that matters is now if I can draw Grasping Thrill. Thrill me! He can trade with Aeromunculus. He goes to 1. I can jump, 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 and go to exactly 1 life. I don't know what NSFW stands for. But I am going to say that I should not have attacked with this guy. That seems ill-advised. Because now I probably lose. I mean, I was going to probably lose anyway, but having this guy back probably gave me an extra draw step. No, because he would just attack anyway. No blocks. Give me Grasping Throw. Please. Aw. So he has 3 flyers. I have 3 blockers. Wow, he made a mistake. He should have put a counter on Combine and then he just wins. I actually have decent odds. I've had decent odds of drawing Thrill every turn. Just trying to maximize my odds. I have 3 out of 13 here. Come on. Oh, redraw. Aw. That would have been helpful a while ago. So I had 3 out of 13, 3 out of 14, and 3 out of 15. If you add all of those together, I was probably a favorite to win this game. Maybe my opponent will make a bad play. Actually, I feel bad. Like, I probably should not have added that mod thing. Okay. Sure. Oh, man. I am sad. Oops. Attack me with 1 creature. We were so close. Honestly, the fact that we didn't win that game is just like the saddest thing. Because we were like, if we'd made like, if we had played around the third like adaptive biomancy better, or like he'd not had the third adaptive biomancy every time he needed it, that was definitely a game that could have been won had we known what was in our opponent's hand and played slightly differently, or just drawn slightly better. And my opponent hadn't had literal double Arrester's Admonition to get me again. His deck was silly. He just had his last 2 cards as Arrester's Admonition 2 games in a row to beat me. Oh, that was sad. Well, anyway, that's going to do it for that game, and hopefully you'll stay with me for the final game, potentially. Hello, and welcome to the 3rd round. We will keep this hand, but it is a bit sketchy. That was a sad defeat last round, but we'll bounce back and reclaim our victory. Our legacy of victory. Look at me, opponent. I am the beatdown now. Oh, your Rakdos signet is cute, but it is no match for my Ministrant of Obligation. Does he have flavor text? He does not. Or maybe it just doesn't show the flavor text here. Okay, that's what I expected. These noobs always playing their ill-gotten inheritance onto an empty board on turn 3 with his 5-spell hand. If we hit 2 lands in a row, we're just going to win. Oh no. You have got to be kidding me. Come on. It's not really good to play it when you're like behind. It's really good with Theater of Horrors. Jesus. Oh my god, of course. Of course, this madman. We're going to exile that because it's actually really good against what we've got going on here. Maybe that's potentially a little greedy, but Wow, he's playing Thirsting Shade. Are you kidding me? This is the first time I've ever had Rafter Demon cast against me, and it's not even good. Oh, man. I would say it's a passable, like, it's not like a card that I'm ever, like, looking to prioritize, really. Wow. Could I just have drawn one of those Grasping Thrills last game? You know, the game where I just needed one Grasping Thrill to win for 5 turns? Yeah, opponent has an okay deck here. If I hit a land, though, it's over. He can't beat my Thrills. This is a shame. This is not how you want to go. I've beaten Ill-Gotten Inheritance pretty much every time it's been cast against me. And I would have beaten it easily this game if I, despite his Theater of Horrors, if I had just drawn a 5th land to cast my Grasping Thrill. Like, holy smokes, his deck is just filled with awful cards. Holy smokes, could I just buy a land? Like, how much would the Shuffler have to be paid off to buy me a land? Oh my god.
I really try not to get tilted, but the tilt is setting in, just because of last game, probably.
Combined with this game, where I'm about to lose because my opponent has drawn 7 extra cards off of Theater of Horrors, and all I needed all game was 1 land to win. Oh, shoot, he had 2 activations up. That was horrific. Yeah, that was really bad. Yeah, now we just lose. That's a joke. Holy smokes. Ice. Oh my, because he can just activate Ill-Gotten Inheritance. That's why we concede. Oh my god. I can't believe we just lost that game. Holy smokes. Hokey smokes, Bullwinkle. That was really bad. Oh, man. That is probably the most... This is, like, the most tilted I've been in a long time. I really try not to get tilted, but, like, it's still minor tilting compared to some things. I mean, I don't know. Major tilting for me, I guess. We'll keep. You know, it's fine. 4 lands, some spells. I can safely say I've won 90% of the games my opponents have casted in. Probably more. It would have been more until that last game, where I literally only lose when my opponent casts Ill-Gotten Inheritance and then does like really weird stuff to get back in the game, because it just puts you super far behind. I think you can play it in the correct deck, and by the correct deck I mean like if it's your most expensive card, then it can be playable. But I lean towards it being just really bad and not very playable in most scenarios, because people overplay that type of thing all the time. And even that game, I didn't lose that last game. People were like, "Oh, you lost to Ill-Gotten Inheritance because it did so much damage." I lost because my opponent had Theater of Horrors, and I didn't hit my 5th land. And Theater of Horrors drew my opponent like 10 cards. Oh, not today, opponent. Not this time, buddy. I should have done on my upkeep again. Oh my gosh. Sky Tether, no. Not this time, bud. I'm ready. Play your Thirsting Shade. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Why? Why would you even do that? It's just not great. Okay, if I'd cast this thing on upkeep, I would have scryed the land away. Yeah, I think you're overrating it, Overseer dude. I think if you played it less, you would win more. If I die young, bury me in sand. Lay me down on a bed of roses. Give me yours of Enforcer to trade with Blade Juggler. Lay me down to the words of a... It's like not even the top 3 black commons, I don't think. It's worse than... I mean, I'm just thinking about all the black commons. Off the top of my head, it's probably worse than Noxious Grudion. Oh, you got me with Rafter Demon. Good work, opponent. I had nothing in my hand anyway. Hey, Spire Mangler hype! It's gonna give me lethal. Nice! Actually, I'm one off. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7. No! It's one off! Dang it. Ah, the thirst. The thirstiest of shades. I think that it's one of those situations, Overseer dude, where you play the card more than you should, so it like feels like it wins you the game. But even the games where you win with like Ill-Gotten Inheritance are usually won because you got the opponent to like 5 life, and then like a Lava Axe would have won you the game. Yes, 4, 5, 8, whatever that is. Yeah. We're good. We are Gucci. Hey, it was lethal because of the Blade Juggler. Yes! Oh, I didn't even notice. Hype! Haha! I was like, wait, I didn't miscount. And then I was like, but wait, there's more. Yes, that is what I'm talking about. The victory is so sweet. So sweet. Sweet victory. Bum, bum, bum. Oh my gosh. I'm just thinking about what I should title this YouTube video. That's like sometimes where I go to during games. It's like opponents play well, get rewarded. Except that's kind of a beam. I mean, they've played pretty well. My opponents have not been bad. It just feels bad to lose to them. Oh man, game 3. Okay, nice. We have a solid hand. We can't kill Theater of Horrors on turn 3, but opponents had Theater of Horrors both games. Maybe they won't draw it this one. I mean, they could draw it this one. That's just how variance works, but, you know, hopefully they don't draw it before I draw it and Exposed to Daylight. Forgetting to side out Tether. I did that like once, and it wasn't even that bad. I don't know if that's like a good title. Good titles are usually like stuff in all caps, like, oh, of course he has Theater of Horrors on turn 3. Why wouldn't he have Theater of Horrors on turn 3? Oh my god. This guy. Thank God he missed his land drop. Serves him right. There is some semblance of justice. Hey, now it has Death Touch. That's better than my average draw. The best black common is Blade Juggler, not even close, and then Grotesque Demise, and then probably Dead Revels. Ah, the Thirsty Shade. Oh, this is so good for me. Thirsting Shade is from getting Skyjet tethered. Do you not agree with Grotesque Demise? Okay, we are in good shape here. As long as they don't find removal spells. We've got netting 5 damage to them every turn. Sure. Yeah, I don't think it's even close to better than Revels. Revels is just far superior. Yes, Ministrant, my hero. Just what I needed. Oh, that's a good draw. Okay, so he's going to go to 8. I have 3, 5, 7 damage. I can sacrifice this thing to final payment to get up to 9. So hopefully he doesn't think to use this activation. Like he plays other things. Oh, yes, he does. Woohoo! GG, opponent. Unless, of course, he kills one of my things now. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Let's kill this thing. And now, yes, we did it! Oh, we beat this Theater of Horrors guy. Let's go.
Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Every game we felt like an underdog, I feel like. Whew. Dang, we managed to get to that sweet 2-1. Jeez, what a crazy, like, oh my goodness. Dang. Unreal. Anyway, that is going to do it for the stream, folks. If you want to watch the rest of this video, you should check it out on my YouTube because I have to get dinner. But if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll see you for the next section. Hello, we are 2-1 coming back for the YouTube section. Only those on YouTube get to see this section because I had to get dinner. Okay, this is a solid enough hand. I mean, if we hit a land, we're fine. We're on the draw, so we're pretty likely to hit it. We have some life gain. We have removal. Got a flyer to start chipping away. So this is the type of hand I like to see. As long as we hit a land. Nice. The best possible draw, probably. Okay, so against Rakdos. Ooh, against Gruul. This hand's great against Gruul because we've got 2 removal spells. And some life gain. We don't really want a final payment this Gravelhide Goblin. He's got bigger stuff to fry. We will probably play this Swamp on... We will play with the Scope of Vampire on turn 3 instead of Orzhov Lockets because Vampire can trade with Gravelhide Goblin pretty successfully. That's surprising. We'll let it happen, though. We're not worried. Weird to see that, though. Next turn we can lock it into Enforcer or something like that. He can't Savage Smash this, which is really good for us. Ooh,
that's not what opponent wanted to see. Ooh, he's letting me hit him with that? That is a bold choice, my friend. My apprentice. We're just doing this because it's more mana efficient. We can take a hit from Gravelhide. We've gained enough life that it doesn't matter. Definitely not trading off our Death Toucher. We'll play Footlight Fiend and Senate Griffin this turn. Change of plan. Gonna get that juggling action on. Try to hit a land drop. Now we can final payment, kill his creature, use the ping to kill Gravelhide Goblin. Whew. The Colossus makes a lot more sense when he realizes he's fairly likely to have to discard to hand size eventually if he doesn't just cast it. Him playing a Frenzied Axe here would be really good for me and would just win me the game on the spot, I think. Okay. Oh, that was so good. Oh, yes, just what I like to see. Oh, that's my best draw. And the opponent concedes. Okay, so we know they have a Gravelhide Goblin, a Colossus. I think we're pretty well set up for this matchup. Just run it back. Colossus is going to be pretty good against our flyers. On the draw, we'll keep this. We have a couple Death Touchers, which are really good in the matchup. And we do have a turn to play, even if we don't draw a swamp. And it matches up well against that. Concordia Pegasus is good, at least in the early turns against this. But by then we'll have our better answers down. If he attacked, we're definitely going to trade because Collision Colossus can kill it anyway. And we don't want the Collision to kill our Grasping Throw instead. Perfect. So we're going to play Groody on here, and we're not going to trade with Gravelhide. Just want to be mana efficient for if we draw a swamp, we can go Enforcer plus a final payment on something. Okay, now we'll probably have to trade him off. We'll trade at least the Orzhov Enforcer for one. You know, we can probably just trade off both. I mean, it doesn't feel great, but we have 2 final payments. And you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, those things, we can't just take 2 infinitely.
Okay. Grasping Throw does pretty well against that. We will kill Burning Tree Vandal, I think. Okay, this Spire Mangler is going to be doing good work in conjunction with our token, letting it ambush something, actually trade. Well, that was a fantastic draw. Ministrant is just so good. Like, look at this value. Trading 3-drops, but we end up with 2 1/1s that have flying. Yeah, that's going to have to go. There's not really any burn spells that can kill us from 5, so we're fine where we're at. Though maybe we should have been a little bit safer because he could just top deck a... I guess he can't top deck Wrecking Beast. We're going to attack like this, though, because it does mean we have lethal next turn. We could just chump something. Yep. Us having a blocker means that Frenzied Airings wasn't that scary. No need to show him the Spire Mangler. Oh, right, this is game 2, so it doesn't matter. Still, no need to show him. We'll do it in addition. Got him! Wow, that was a pretty easy match. Now we're 3-1, and hopefully we can keep going. Hello, and welcome to round 5. We've been playing some really grueling matches, and we're definitely keeping this hand. Even though it is, not the, like... I mean, we don't really have a ton of 2-drops, so I can't really say that we don't have anything on turn 2 and complain about it. Okay, Growth Spiral. Growth Spiral on turn 2 is about the only time when it's like, okay. Ooh, we hit a 2-drop. Maybe getting that Blade Juggler after all. That's what I like to see. Okay, that's definitely going to die. We're just going to Blade Juggler here, though, I think. Yeah, we'll Blade Juggler. Get it going. Find more lands. But at some point, Shark to Crab is not going to be long for this world. Shimmer, eh? Because we do want to make sure we can hit our Grasping Throws, but next turn we'll probably kill the Shark to Crab. Ah, the old Gatebreaker Ram. So we'll play this, and the choice is whether to final payment or whether to try and Spire Mangler, ambush, Gatebreaker Ram. I think we can do the Spire Mangler play later. So we're just going to final payment here. Kill the Shark to Crab before he can activate it, and then our Death Toucher can take care of Gatebreaker. Spire Mangler has some potential to take care of it, or we can just potentially race it. This isn't a huge threat right now.
So far, opponent has played a couple of good cards and a couple of clunkers. Okay. Okay, so we have 3 Grasping Thralls. This turn, I think we're just going to go with the Orzhov Enforcer, Spire Mangler play, and hold back the Blade Juggler. Maybe attacking with Blade Juggler last turn was ambitious. We're going to flash this in just to use our mana efficiently. Maybe bait out a counterspell. Ooh, he did have a Frilled Mystic. Glad we didn't have a Grasping Thrall countered. That would have been awkward. Here, I think we'll just go Grasping Thrall. We'll just go Grasping Thrall into Grasping Thrall into Grasping Thrall. No attacks. Hopefully no Colossus. That would suck. Another Sharktocrab? Are you kidding me? That's really bad for me. Well then. Let's just get the Grasping Thralls down. This could get ugly. However, if he does get too aggressive, we could potentially punish. Okay, what's he tapping? Okay, he doesn't tap the Orzhov Enforcer. That's a good sign for me. Sure. This string of events is good for us, I would say. If we draw a land next turn, we can Grotesque Demise and Viscopa Vampire and rely on the drain from the Grasping Thrall to finish him off. Get him to 6. And now I was thinking we would just go Viscopa Vampire, Grotesque Demise on Gatebreaker Ram. If this is a combat trick, we lose. If it's like specifically Gift of Strength. The other option is to play Grasping Thrall. Go up to 9. He goes down to 4. That could just be better. If we go up to 9, we don't lose to a combat trick. And he can't just have a single removal spell. He has to deal with all of our Grasping Thralls. And we can Dead Revels back a Spire Mangler if we draw land. Okay, perfect. It worked out. So he's a Gates deck. He's got 2 Sharktocrabs, which is ridiculous. He's got a Frilled Mystic that we need to play around. So we don't want too many expensive cards that just get kind of punished by Sharktocrab and Frilled Mystic. I think Dead Revels is a fine card to have. We'll play Dead Revels instead of Watchful Giant, because Watchful Giant is pretty bad against the Mystic. Just any expensive card, and it doesn't even match up all that well. I mean, I guess it blocks a Sharktocrab, but it'll also just get tapped by a Sharktocrab. You don't really want as many expensive cards if they have double Sharktocrab to just tap all of your best blockers. Our deck is really surging at a good time, I will say. We have had some crazy matches. Oh man, what a series of matches with this deck. If we make it to max wins, I'm gonna be so proud. I'm so proud. Oh man. Opponent taking a while to sideboard. Keep in mind, they probably have quite a few gates. Maybe they have a Gate Colossus. So, but until I see a Gate Colossus, I'm not going to side in Revoke. Not Revoke. What's the enchantment and artifact removal card that I have? Exposed Daylight? I think that's what it is. But I could be wrong. I forgot the name, kind of. It's, I think my opponent definitely wants to be on the play. This is definitely a keeper. Grudion, going to be an MVP, especially with this Dead Rebels to get it back. Hopefully I can snipe a Gatebreaker Ram before it gets out of control. Man, opponent having these great starts here. No Gatebreaker Ram, please. Okay, that's not a good card. I don't care about that one. We're going to get the Vampire down. Hopefully we can trade it off for that thing. We don't need to grotesque demise this. Wow, they're probably missing land drops. That's the only reason I could think you would do that. Just going to keep jamming it. I mean, if he has a quench, he has a quench. But like, if he quenches this, it means he's not quenching my Grasping Thrill. And it just gets me closer to Dead Rebels. Oh, okay. Essence Capture. Okay, now we can grotesque demise this, because now this card is actually kind of scary. Oh, dear. So we will grotesque demise and Concordia Pegasus. We were going to Grasping Thrill, but we'll definitely play this before the Concordia Pegasus so that we can kill it if he has another Essence Capture. And also we play around Quench that way. Chili Bee. Just going to jam the Grasping Thrills, especially now that I have a second one. You just want to go Grasping Thrill, Dead Rebels it back, more Grasping Thrills. That's our win con, pretty much. Probably the best thing our deck can do. Okay, Shark to Crab. A little bit irritating, but not too bad. Yeah, no blocks. That's perfect. Get the Grudion down. Normally it's not good to race against a Shark to Crab, but we have Grasping Thrills to just gain us so much life that it's going to work out, I think. Tapping our Grudion, presumably. Yep. Oh, Ministrant is good. Just gonna jam this Grasping Thrill. Yay, it resolves. And now we threaten potentially lethal next turn if he attacks. Well, that's was disgusting. He messed that one up. Wait, what? Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you tap my untapped one and kill me? That was not what the opponent was trying to do. I'm willing to bet that much. We're not going to attack and risk dying. There's no reason to. We're in good shape here. Our Grudion's going to shut this guy down in a second. I'm so confused. That biogenic upgrade could have just tapped this thing down. Yeah, that was bad. Not what the opponent... Oh, he has 3 growth spirals. Jesus. Attack. I only have a Ministrant of Obligation. He concedes. Oh, Dizzy Jeff. DJ Jazzy Jeff. I'm so sorry that had to happen, buddy. Oh my goodness. That's a real shame. Anyway, we're 1 win away from the big one. All you people that had confidence and at the beginning of the video said I'd make it to 5 wins are potentially feeling pretty good. So let's see if we can make it. Hello and welcome to the final round. This will determine whether we go 5-1 or 4-2 with our crazy run we've had. We've had some crazy matchups. This is a great hand, even on the draw. Whew. Got our Guildgate action going. I think we will just play a untapped land to potentially kill a 3-drop. Because we don't really have any 4-drops, so we're probably just gonna... Well, that changes things. We'll play this. We probably don't want to final payment his 2-drops, 3-drops anyway. He's playing Jund, which is an interesting matchup. Yup. We'll just grotesque demise this while we can. Because Ministrant doesn't really block that one as well. Blade Juggler. Ministrant does block that pretty well. And now that we're hitting lands for sure, we don't need to worry about those things. So we don't really want to block with the Senate Griffin. We want to be attacking with it. So we just want to get this Ministrant down because it just stops all of his attacks. He has no good attacks here. Any trade is just so good for us. Also, it gives us a good sack thing for our final payment. Could potentially enable Spectacle for our Blade Juggler. The Juggler himself. Ah, the old IGI. Oh, things are going well here. Things are looking good in the hood, as they say. We'll attack to enable our Blade Juggler. Looking for our Grasping Thralls. Ooh, Viscopa Vampire is really good there. I kind of just want to final payment a creature and just use my Ministrant to kill it, so I don't mind attacking with it. We'll block. Exactly how I wanted that to play out. Target a creature. Sack that guy. Boom. Things are looking good. Opponent playing Golgari, which is interesting. We're just going to play our 5-drop. It's the most mana efficient. And then we will attack for 1. I think it's more important that we don't take a hit for 2 than that we get in for an extra point. Brush Streeter. Like if he has Grotesque Demise for this thing. And now this turn we're just going to be chilling because we have another Ministrant and a Viscopa Vampire. Viscopa Vampire is just huge here. Now we can attack with everything. Theater of Horrors, eh? And a Steeple Creeper. Attack with everything except the Minister. And then jam another Grasping Thrall. Okay, so he hit a land drop, but I think we're going to kill him next turn. We're a very safe life total. Rats. And keep in mind, this thing can't gain flying. So he doesn't have the mana to activate IGI. Okay, that was what we kind of wanted to draw. So we're just going to kill this. 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and we're in great shape here. We have a lot of flyers. We're at a high life total. Sure, you pinged us for 1. Good job, buddy. Don't want the locket. We just want to draw action next turn, or I mean, we probably win regardless of whether we draw action or not. Blade Juggler puts him back down to 1. And means he can't activate his ill-gotten inheritance. Ill-gotten inheritance takes another L. Definitely going to bring in my enchantment removal for that theater. It was exposed to daylight. Exciting stuff. I remembered the name. Take a Watchful Giant and what's the thing? Yeah, and the locket. I probably should have just had that extra Dead Revels instead of the Watchful Giant. But Watchful Giant did some work in certain matchups, I think. Whew, we're 1 win away. All you people that guessed 5 wins are about to be... Oh, man. I got cocky. I should have not said anything. We could still make it. Okay, we're keeping this. We're going to keep that on top. We saw a couple of enchantments and a spell. And if he plays Theater of Horrors on turn 3, being able to kill it is huge. Aw, he didn't have Theater of Horrors. Maybe he'll play Ill-Gotten Inheritance. We'll kill Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Just for the scry, for more than anything. Haha! Get wrecked! Oh, the scry! Oh, we do want that swamp. Even though we have a lot of lands already. We'll scry away other lands, though. Oh, yes. Oh, we'll keep the spell. Get on my level, opponent. You just got Ill-Gotten Inheritance'd. Man, that wasn't very nice. My opponent is just fueling my Dead Revels, though. He did miss a land drop, so all these are spells. Aw, but little did he know. Oops, wrong black card. Oh, that would have been pretty bad. So lots of gas in the tank still for us. There's a Girl Locket. And a Solana Wayfinder. Since we don't really have anything we want to kill, I think we're just going to play the Grasping Thrill, and then in the future we can go Senate Griffin into Grotesque Demise. We probably will kill the Viscopa Vampire. It really does mess with our racing ability. Aw, get the point. Not cool, bro. Oh, he kept it on top. Probably a land. Keep that on top. Why couldn't I draw on that this turn? I would have rather drawn that. I sense... Ooh, yikes. Oh, man, he's giving it haste, too. Let's go. Getting in for the beatdown. We do need another good top deck, though. I like how my opponent only has black and red lands and that they've only played green cards. Get rid of that menacer. That menace to society. Oh yeah, we're totally losing this game. We're going to have to slow it down. He has 5 spells in hand, and we have no spells.
because we have drawn 6 more lands than him. But, I mean, happens. Let's just hope this works. It probably will not. But if it does, it's nice. No. Aw. Dang. Yeah, we're done this game. There's no way we win this. Yikes. Do I even have any, like, 2-for-1 value cards left? Imagine if I'd saved my Exposed to Daylight for his Gruul Locket. Wow. Really? Never surrender, though. I mean, if we just draw spells every turn, we could come back. Especially because he's going to start drawing lands. Ministrant would be a good start. Oh, give me a Ministrant of the obligations variety. Final payment is kind of bad. Gonna kill that one, so our Ministrant of obligations that we're gonna draw in the future is better. Actually, we're just dead. That was a little bit of a mathematical error. Okay. He has a lot of removal. We'll just bring in another Dead Rebels. Maybe Debtor's Transport is good against him. Concordia Pegasus seems kind of useless. No, he has a couple 2-1s. Exposed to Daylight seems good. We're going to cut the Pegasus. And we'll cut a... We won't run the Debtor's Transport. Pegasus is like okay against the Solana Wayfinder, but bad against everything else, so... Gonna mulligan that hand. The problem is if we don't draw planes, we just lose. And we can outplay this guy, I think. Ooh, and he mulligans to 5. We'll keep that on top. Oh my gosh, Grudion's gonna be a house. Wow. I'm so glad we didn't keep that other hand. It would have been so clunky and we could have just lost before the game even started. Super easy. That's a hand that I have kept like that type of hand before and then just getting maxed punished. Maybe we can get a couple hits in with his vampire and just really buffer our life total. Or he'll skewer it. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, IGI I do not care about. I'm just going to get my Blade Juggler down so I can maybe hit a land drop and just develop my own pressure. Ill-Gotten Inheritance I might kill eventually, but I'd rather kill like a Theater of Horrors. And this isn't really doing anything right now. Oh man, the value. The value. Getting Wards of Enforcer down.
Oh man, hopefully he plays Theater Force so I can kill that. I don't think my opponent's deck is the type of deck that wants Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Oh yes, we saved it and we're max rewarded. Land? Okay, not land, but we don't want to draw any extra cards. Don't need that. Yeah, we'll just get the damage in. We have an extra Death Toucher, so we don't care as much about it. Now we just need to draw some Grasping Thrills to win this game. Last time that was necessary, we failed miserably to draw Grasping Thrills, but, you know, it could happen. Heck yes! The Grasping Thrills Express is here. We'll upgrade this into 2 1/1s. If he hits us for 5, we get to hit him for 3, so I like that exchange. Ugh. No! You monster opponent. Wow, he's just taking it. This is intense. I don't really have much going on, but my opponent doesn't either, and I am netting 2 damage to him a turn. Until he chumps the Ministrant, in which case he'll prevent it for 1 turn. Not chumps, when he kills the Ministrant, and then I'll just be averaging 2 damage a turn again. And he can block the Enforcer at some point. Oh no. Wow. Well, now I have to keep back my Death Toucher. Oh, he lets it through. Bold choice. If he attacks, I'm definitely just blocking with both so that I get all the flyers and win. Wow. Of course, that's the one card he plays that I can kill. Just gain 2 life. Crush my dreams underfoot, you monster. Okay, we're killing the Rubble Runner for sure. I'm not liking the way this is looking, but I have more Grasping Thrills, which would be great. Or those. We're going to hope that one of these connects. We'll get back Grudion and Grasping Thrill. Definitely worth attacking first. Grasping Thrill and Grudion, because Grudion's just so good against Trollbred and stuff. Death Touch is so good against these big creatures. Yes, I love Death Touch. Death Touch, Death Touch. I'm surprised he wasn't attacking earlier. Oh, he only gets back Plague White. Delicious Trollbred, as LSV would say. Okay, so we're gonna block here. Gonna block here. This would we would take 5, 10, because this gets trample. So we would take 5. We don't even need to block with this. So we can't activate this. So this is tramples for 5. So we have 5, 10. We take 13. We go to 2. We attack back. He blocks this. He takes 2, 4. Yep. Close one. Boom! We got to 5 wins! At times I doubted it. At times I did succumb to tilt. But we managed to make it all the way. If you made it to the end, say hashtag surprise victory in the comments section down below, or alternately say hashtag overcoming tilt. Either one of those is good. So there's a double one. And if you type in both, I mean, all power to you. Hashtag surprise victory, hashtag overcoming tilt. So we did manage to make it all the way to the end. We got to 5 wins. So everyone who picked 5 wins in before the match started, congratulations, you had faith in the draft deck. And even though we switched colors in Pack 2, it was a success. That is going to do it for this draft video. I truly hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to hit that thumbs up button. Remember to subscribe to the channel to get updates whenever I post new content. Leave a comment if you have any questions or just want to say hello and give some positivity to the community. But yeah, that is going to do it. Let's claim our prize. Oh yes. I have all the rares, so it's not really exciting to open packs anymore, but very exciting stuff. And I will talk to you guys next time.